you how I feel. Let me show you how I feel. Baby, you're a star. You got me so high 'cause you raised the bar. Yeah. No one else can come close, no, not by far, no. That makeup's just a band-aid for your scars on your heart. Can't you see that you're blinded by the insecurity? Yeah, caught up in trends of society. But even they cannot deny your beauty and their trend.
Hello, and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. It's the coffee break, y'all. There we go. We back, y'all. Coffee break on TAN TV. Sports edition. It's a sports edition. I'd like to bring in my co-host, Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout. What's up, Kevin?
Nothing, man. Some exciting times around the
Right,
city right
right.
now. Uh, it was great to pull up the UIL rankings this morning. They put them out today, and we got to see where in 6A, Brandon's still number one, but school we haven't talked much about over at Steel, Cibolo Steel, they're ranked number 16,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're going to make our way out there in a few weeks.
Okay.
Um, Then we have 5A Wagner. Wagner is at number 8. John Jay is ranked number 14, and then coming in at number 25 is Bernie Champion. And this has been their. They were a 4A school, and
Okay.
they've stepped up, moved up with size of schools to 5A, and they made the ranking so far. 4A, we got that school. North 35, uh, around New Braunfels Church area, Davenport.
Okay.
And then 4A, Davenport is ranked 8th. And then San Antonio Cole High School in 3A is ranked 9th. So there's some eyes and votes coming around our guys,
Mm-hmm.
and that's good to see.
Okay,
And
okay. So you say we're stepping up.
we're stepping up. We're stepping up.
Okay.
Steel's always been a tough program. Um, but they seem to have things in gear right now. And I've been told I've seen them, but it was a year ago uh, that there's a guy, Joshua Rice, who spent some time on EYBL uh, this past summer, and is really doing big things with Steel. And then they got Logan, Logan Gonzalez, and he's got an offer to A&M Kingsville.
Okay.
Big 6'3" kid, plays like a big guard,
Okay.
shoots the ball really well. So those are all, man, good things. You know, there's some. I don't know if we want to jump right into the games coming up this Tuesday.
Well, wait. Before we
Uh,
do go on, though, I just wanted to
yeah,
kind of ask that. It seemed like there's more light that's being shined on, and even in the rankings, man. Do you think it's due? What do you think that's? What do you think that's due to? Just, I mean, all of a sudden, or is this a norm to have that many San Antonio teams in any type
well,
of position in the rankings?
the norm, the schools is kind of the norm is Wagner and normally veterans. They made a couple of deep runs in the playoffs. Um, you know, that would be the guys I would say would be norm. Bernie Champion, when they were in 4A, um, made 2 or 3 deep runs in the tournament within the last 3 years, 4 years. Um, so I think that's one thing. But I also think that we're getting to a right, class of 25. Then the class of 26 is a little bit deeper behind them.
Hmm.
The 27s is deeper behind them.
Okay.
And the 28s that are playing varsity right now, that would be freshmen. And there's several. Um, I know there's Bryson Bell at Clemens, uh, point guard. And then there's Jamari Bowen, 6'2", 6'3", wing player, physical.
Okay.
And then there's a young man we talked about, Junior Lionel over at Wagner. He's up playing varsity. So I think what we're seeing is depth being built within the city. Um, I also think with we used to just have Future be the only uh, Puma circuit team in the city. I think follow through is another one. And man, I apologize because there's one more, at least one more that I know is joining the Puma circuit this summer.
Okay. Okay.
And so there's going to be guys playing on different platforms. Um, and so I think when that happens, when the guys go to those platforms, it allows for some other guys to play in a lot of these Gasso tournaments, and so uh, you'll have circuit teams that'll play different Gasso tournaments when they're not playing on their platform. So I think, like I said, I think the depth of basketball is on the upswing,
Okay. Okay.
and with with Brennan's situation, they've got 3 or 4 guys that are destined for Division 1, Division 2. John Jay has a senior group with Zach Linson, Jaden Gillian, uh, Cam Garza, and Jarius Jackson, and Eric Robles, who comes off the bench. And, even guys that are coming off their bench have offers. Eric Robles just got an offer to Kansas Wesleyan. And then a guy that I feel like's been overlooked, and I'm guilty of it as well, Jaden Gillian, has been on a tear these last 2 weeks. I know he had a 30-point game in one of the tournament games and followed up with a 24 and a 17, 22. And man, he's a 5'11" guard, but he just finds a way to score.
Hmm.
And
That's just like I don't know, man. That's just in any 5'11" guard that plays hoop. It just seems like it's in their DNA, man. It's just if you out
yes,
there, if you a typical guy, you is a little quick, boom, boom, and can score, man.
yeah,
Mighty Mouse kind of jump
and,
out and hit that J.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think John Jay last year, they were still 6A, and you could really see that this was going to be the year for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they moved down to 5A, and so I really think that they're being dominant this year uh, with the 2 factors of having so many seniors and then the step down in classification. On another, step down in classification, Smithson Valley had been 6A for years. They moved them down to 5A. They went to the state championship game last year, and they're in the state semifinals this year. And I think the difference in football, and so I'm assuming the same in basketball, the biggest difference in the different classifications is the number of Division 1 players, number of Division 2 players. Um, and you'll see less of that. But in 5A, man, you still see a bunch of guys in 5A going to big schools.
Man,
So I can
I
understand.
think too it's the program too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can develop, that's when you can really develop cats, man, in high school, man. I mean, starting from your freshman year, and really a good program can develop you, get you ready with the fundamentals. Even now, your weight program should be really
Yeah.
college level if you're A1, a great a top level program, man, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I mean. Anyway, man, high school is a very important step, man. So
And I think I mentioned this on X, but I really like the way that Coach Taylor at John Jay, every game he posts their leading scorers or starting five scorers, and um, and I've talked with him on the side, and he's told me in the past where he really studies his his athletes basketball game and finds colleges that will match up with their strengths. Um, and I know
that's a
that
great coach that really seeks
oh
because some of
yeah,
them, you know,
and that kind of goes into what I was talking to you before we got on the show about pet peeve when some coaches use non-district games to send messages to players. And I know for myself, and I'm sure with Alamo City Hoops, I'm sure with Super Sports Media, I'm sure with Corey and Tori. Like we go to games for matchups. You know, this kid versus this kid, and I've been at two games where the point guard is dominating the game, and they take him out and they sit him on a bench. Then the game gets close, or the game is starting to get out of hand, and they put that guy back in there. And so they either lose the game or they win it very narrowly. And it looks like the player A didn't have a good game, but he actually dominated when he was on the court. And so where that hurts is, some of these different outlets will just look at scorebooks, box scores, and they don't take that time to go that step further. And I think that's one of the things that hurts us uh, in our race to catch up with Dallas and Houston, because there's other ways to do that, I feel. And when you're in a big time matchup, I don't feel that's the time to do it. I'm not telling coaches how to coach. I'm just saying when we're fighting a struggle to try and get players seen and out there, and that leads us into another thing. What you guys getting big for? Another thing that
well. Go
no,
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm with you when you're right, but I got a but on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, you mentioned non-district play. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you and the rest of the crew that you mentioned may come to see matchups, but then you got to understand too, uh, that team may have a different goal, and coach may be using. I will say, hey man, it's a non-district time, and my point guard dominates. Maybe I need to take him out and give my team an opportunity to play without him in case he get in foul trouble. You never
Mm-hmm.
know. I know you want to see that, and that's but sometimes you got to look at the player, and and coaches got to do what's best for the team. Uh, and also, well, like you say, well, some of those, schools or whatever who's out there
Mhm.
recruiting kids who may not take that extra step, but they'll know if that kid is out there, and hopefully though the coach will know when it's crunch time, when it's time to play the kid. I'm sure that's why he probably experiment on non district games. So when district time come, they won't be trial and error during that time.
Let
Yeah.
me ask you this:
Yeah.
what's your opinion?
On what?
Who's in charge of development? The high school coach, the AAU coach, or the parent to get them with the skills trainer?
Well, it would be lovely if your coach will somehow facilitate that for you.
Hmm.
I don't. You ain't gonna get that at AAU because first of all, you don't have. Probably don't have the practice time or
Hmm.
facility time, and they just trying to get you. They just run up and down really, and just showing skill level and
Hmm.
parents. That's a bonus to yeah. I mean, you got to do something extracurricular outside that coaches. You
Hmm.
know, just like any other time. Like during your summertime, during the summer, man, when you're supposed to be training and working
Hmm.
out and staying in shape and preparing yourself for the next season. So yes,
Yeah.
it's important for the parents. If well, or the kid. I mean, or the kid. And then sometimes the coaches may know. But the kids do need help, and
Mhm.
yeah, well, I think it's a if if parents can take that responsibility, that's all in parenting, man. That's all in parenting,
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, all of them, man. It,
I know. I mean, it has to be all of them. It's
yeah,
just um, like you said. Some school, or I've said, some schools do a better job than others development,
yeah.
and so. But you know what, man? Let's get off of that subject. Get off of that soapbox, and
So well,
you
I
know,
know you
because
trying to get into this Five Guys or
no, let's talk about the games first,
wait a
and
minute.
we'll end on the Five Guys. But you do
Okay,
you.
okay. Let's now and forgive me if we have. But you attended a college game with Incarnate Word in what Northwestern Louisiana.
Yeah,
Did we
Northwestern.
talk about did we talk about that on there?
Not on air.
You don't want to?
No, yeah, no. I was just thinking like what to say. It was it was a very uh,
Well, how did you get to the game anyway? What made you go to that game?
oh well a friend of mine, associate head coach at Northwestern State, messaged me and said that he was coming. They were coming to town, and my first response is I'll be there. We'll chop it up afterwards. And what list did he want me to bring? And the list being list of 25s, a list of 26s, and I take my list, big list that we start with over summer, kind of whittle down to play styles, uh, skill level, size, skill level, because I'm gonna give them everything. I gave them some of the shorties um, through the bigs in the city, and so I gave them a list of about 13, 5 25s, and about I guess that makes eight 26s. And we just visited. We watched the game, and it was a very exciting game, very entertaining game. Um, I love for high school kids to go watch college games because you get to see the speed, the size, the
Yeah.
uh, the
Yes.
intangibles, the role players,
Yes.
and one thing, incarnate word. does an amazing job of is communicating and in between the team, the players, the coaches. I think they did a they did a big emphasis when they first got here, and I know several practices I went through. It seemed like guys never stopped. There was always sound until they got into a huddle, and then there was sound. Um, and so anyway, the game goes back and forth, and uh, the young man, oh my gosh, can't remember his name. He's number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Connor Word. That Joker must have had 5 threes in the second half. It got to the point where they were face guarding, and my man got like a half a step and got the ball, shot it. Nothing but bottoms, man.
Look
Just
like you was rocking, like you was getting ready to throw that form up, man. The country finna expose his form, you know.
but no, man, it was a great game. And
Nice.
then in the last 3 seconds, um, Northwestern went up. UIW had a shot at the end and went wide left. So that was a hard home loss conference game, But and Connor Word is up in Cameron Indoor Stadium tonight or tomorrow. They're playing Duke. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. Well,
and
good luck in Connor Word.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure
But
you get
that'd be an
paid. I'm
experience
sure
in a
you get
lifetime,
paid. So
man.
that's the experience, man, and
Yeah,
getting paid. So it's
yeah.
all good.
But
It's all
no, me and Brad been getting busy.
okay.
Coaches reaching out. Uh, he's always finding kids somewhere.
Nice,
Brad,
nice.
and
Tell
so
Brad what's happening too. Tell him what's happening.
oh, I will. Oh,
Okay,
he's gonna
keep that
join us
thought, man.
soon.
So before we go into our tomorrow's
Mhm.
games, let's
Yeah.
take a station break. And if you
All right.
you tune in to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel, y'all, in the global reach. It's the Coffee Break, Sports Edition. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, along with my co-host, Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout, the country, all that in the house here. So I'm gonna play a quick commercial, y'all, because we are promoting the Play the King by Danielle
Mhm.
Gully. Girl is off the chain. She bad, and so that's December 14th. I think you going, Kevin,
Yep. I'm going to matinee on Saturday.
on Saturday. All right, there it is, y'all. Better get your tickets. I heard them tickets was going fast too, man. So, and it's getting close. So, they had all kind of specials going and everything. So we'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned.
Y'all, we're back. That's right, The King, written, produced, and directed by the Danielle Gully, is happening December 14th with 2 showings, one at 3 p.m. and another one at 7:30 p.m. This year will be at the Summit Church. That's 2575 Summit Church Road in San Antonio, Texas. Now, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, that's all right. Don't worry about it because we got you. Go ahead and go online to daniellegully.com to make sure you get what you need, because we need to make sure your face is in the place.
Yeah, we want to see your face in the place. December 14th, y'all. The King, the King. All right, so tomorrow night, man, we got some games that we're going to.
Yep.
Excuse me, Dookie.
We're the four games that we posted to see what the biggest game was, and I just want to acknowledge our man JC John Collins is, is watching. Um,
Hey, see?
no, a couple of games. Bernie Champion versus Alamo Heights. That's going to be interesting. The newcomer to the district uh, versus an established program of its own in Alamo Heights. Um, Medina Valley is coming into town, and they're going to play Churchill at home. And Churchill has Eli Jones, uh, and man, he went off the other day. I want to say he had 8 threes in a weekend in a couple of games, and really been playing well. He's long. He's 6'2", 6'3", but very long defensively. And they're going to play Medina Valley, and they have that 27. He's 6'3", athletic. On Twitter, we posted a video from back in the summer where he just went and dunked on someone off the dribble vertically. Um, so that'll be a fun matchup. Um, we're going to have YMLA versus St. Anthony's. And the reason that I put that game up there is you have Dave Campbell's for football.
Mhm.
There's also Dave Campbell's basketball player of the week. And in week 3, which was week 4 last, young man Aiden Olivares was the winner of that statewide player of the week. And he'll be playing, and they'll be playing against St. Anthony's, which has a couple of players that people are talking about. Elijah Freeman, I forget the other gentleman's name, 6'3" guard. So that'll be an interesting matchup. But the game that we're going to check out is Veterans Memorial versus Piper. Um, I think the interesting matchup that's going to happen there is um, Mason Thomas from Piper versus Jermichael from Veterans Memorial, and reason being that they're similar. Mason's got him in height, and Jermichael plays a little bit more down low. But then there's a matchup of guards: Parker Gulch versus DJ Jordan. We've talked about DJ several times. Very defensive minded, but don't think he can't score. And then Parker shoots the ball really well. But we'll be in there getting some pictures and videos and clips and maybe an interview if we're lucky. So
Well,
that's
hey,
our floor.
we go after what we do, man, and I enjoyed the matchups, man, that you say this out there, and I just enjoyed the way we following the kids, the high school basketball, and hey, we just building, man. We just here building, man, doing what we do, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know, I just one of the reasons I mentioned that you went to a college game in Carterwood and Northwestern is that once again coaches are reaching out,
Yeah.
and so uh, kids, hey, if you don't think there's an eye on you, get the one eye scout's eye. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then hey, and just there's other scouts out there doing their thing too, man. So
Mhm.
just hey, get in the gym somewhere, and get to playing and showing your skills, And I'm just if you want to go to this one gym called the Doghouse, and then hey, going out there, man. But it ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for
Sundays at 2.
but
Sundays at
that too.
2.
That's where you get a little taste.
Yep.
Get in there, get a little taste, man, and but no, it's good things coming out. And I'm telling you, man, and it seems like there's good things coming out of all the gyms, because San Antonio basketball might be, once you start putting that eye on them, hey, people got to step up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't just have coaches coming down looking and they ain't seeing nothing,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
that's what Tori and I talked uh, after that Brennan Harlan game. In that meeting was it seems like some guys are picking up their game intensity on nights when cameras are around. And I'm not saying that game in particular. I'm just saying that I've noticed, he's noticed, we've noticed, uh, and like you said, there's different people around the city, and different people have their own style, uh, their own viewpoint, their own opinions, and they're all valid because they're someone's opinions. And but like you said, we're just gonna do what we do. This formula's worked for years, and we're just gonna bring it out and open.
Yep,
But
yep. Hey, I do want to give a shout out to Corey and Tori myself, man. What's up, fellas?
yeah,
Keep doing it, man. Stay on the grind, man.
hey
Good.
man, they went to a game tonight.
They did.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was tomorrow night, but East Central versus Antonio.
Okay.
That could have been interesting because Ed Onway at 6'5", tweener, likely to be playing against Will Franklin, 6'4", tweener, but class of 27, and
Okay.
he's worked out with us in the past, and we stay in touch, you know. But man, I really want to get to this next part.
What?
Uh, the five guys that caught my eye, because we kind of dillied and dallied through a couple of things, but
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the areas that we're going to bring it home in, because we are watching multiple games a week. We
Mm-hmm.
are conferring with other people, and so we got a pulse. And why don't you go ahead and flash that up there?
Put it up there.
Yes.
Boom.
Uh, right off the bat, I won't say number one, but we put five guys up there, and Jaden Gillian, you know, uh, we talked about his 30-point games, his big contributions during their tournament this past weekend.
Okay. You know what? What I'm gonna do,
Hmm.
uh, Kevin? Let's both buy out
Yeah.
so it'll be on all up top, and you can still talk about it,
Yep.
so they can see these names. Okay. These
Yep.
guys are caught. And as this is your eye,
Yes.
my man. All right, we out of here.
All right. So,
No, you
secondly,
gotta go too.
oh my bad. All right. So, we talk about Jaden out of John Jay. Uh, Next, Eli Jones from Churchill. And like I said, he went on a tear this past weekend. Um, Seen several highlights and some video of that. And he's a great kid. 6'2", 6'3", class of 25, just like Jaden. Zach Linson from John Jay during the tournament hit his 1,000 1,000th point. Uh, Big 6'5", 6'6" shooter. Plays a wing out of John Jay. DJ Miller out of John Paul II. Uh, DJ is averaging, I want to say it was 24 points a game. He's had games of in the 30s, and he's doing well for them. John Paul II. And then last on here is Joseph Rahman from Holmes. And when you look at that Twitter handle, that is a Q in Joseph. Uh, so, but man, he was playing before the Brennan game the other night. I think
We can
Holmes was
come back
playing.
up. We can come back up, Kevin.
All right, Holmes was playing Taft, and man, that sucker was all over the court, hitting big shot after big shot, and talking with a coach the other day, or he was telling about how hard that kid works and how he's always, a leader, runs a floor, does everything the coaches ask him to. So I just wanted to shout him out. Uh,
So how often is this list coming up, Kevin?
it comes out every week.
Oh, every week.
Yeah.
Now, is this fluid? Or it
Oh,
may
it's fluid. Yeah,
okay,
because
but that's it. Okay, so but is there a pecking order? These guys are so it's gonna be a new five every week?
possibly I
That's what
have
I'm saying,
some
possibly. But it's gonna be
a
so
different
these
five.
guys can stay on the list if they're performing well. or how you working it? I'm just asking. For
No, it's probably going to be more along the lines of uh, guys that stick out. You know, every guy on there. Jaden had a 30-point game, followed with a 24-point game. Eli Jones, man, I swear he had 8 threes in a game, but I can't find the notes on that. Zach Linton, 1,000 point. DJ Miller, uh, he's number 92 in the state or 92 in the country on max preps and scoring. Uh, and then Joseph Ramon, man, I just enjoy watching the man play. Uh, he hit big shot to big shot, and then the game got away from him late. But he's another 5'11" shooter. Uh, plays a lot good defense. Uh, I like watching him play. And that's where I say that caught my eye. It doesn't necessarily mean big stats, because I mean, DJ Jordan was on here one week, and he was a defensive juggernaut.
okay,
You know,
just catching your eye, but
right?
is that week's performances?
Yes,
Okay, good. All right. I
right. To
like
keep
that.
you.
So hey, folks, that's another list that you can get on. Stay in contact, catch the eye, because everybody's watching. So it's a great thing, man. And we're just here trying to spread some information. I just want to make good TV, man. We having fun, Plus, you guys getting some real. One Eye Scout is definitely delivering some great content and information. So tell them again where they can follow you outside of TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach.
If you look right under that 5, it says at the One Eye Scout.
At the
That's my
One Eye.
Twitter. That's my YouTube channel. That on Instagram, just lose the at. But we're gonna be on here sharing information. I love San Antonio, and I love getting San Antonio kids opportunities.
And we got a great interview that's out right now
Yes.
from the coffee break, and it's with my main man Tristan Clark.
Yep.
Great interview, man. Great information. And we got to send out the bat signal out there for Tristan. We're looking for you, man. Send out the bat signal.
Well, man, I talked to him tonight.
Oh,
And,
okay.
they're already prepping for J Uno in January. So we're going to stay in touch with the program, with the basketball program. But he had to make a move over there.
Okay,
So,
okay. We'll talk.
all right.
I guess we'll talk sidebar.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, is that gonna do it for us, man? We're looking forward to what, Smith and Valley and Piper,
no, this one's Veterans and Piper.
Veterans and Piper. Okay. Hey, one time before we go, man, because I know and I just wondering, just asking. We went and saw, Tim Duncan's sons,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Bowen's son, and Coach
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams' son. Can we get an update?
We'll have an update next time.
Okay, that's cool. That's
And
all.
I think we're gonna try to go out there.
Okay.
Just waiting for the schedules to line up.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, just let me know, man, and I'm ready to do that, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the Brennan Harding game, we had a great time, man.
Yeah.
When I scout out there stopping folks, and asking them, what they felt about watching the number one team in the country. And we got some great responses, man. We ran into a couple parents, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night and see who we talk. Hey, if we don't get on the floor, we'll be in the stands, y'all. So we just want to hear from you. Come talk to us, holler at the One Eye Scout. He's hard to find in the crowd. He's hard to find, but if you find him, you'll pick him, y'all. So OneEyed, anything else before we get out of here, man?
Nah, we're good, man. Just need to get Tori and Corey back on here.
Yeah.
I know
Oh
they're
man, come
watching.
on there. Anytime they can come on there.
I'm just gonna call them out here.
And tell them, man. Hey, man, tell them we can catch them wherever they are, boy. We'll send a link to them, man, and yeah, that'll be all good, man. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, man, looking forward to tomorrow night, OneEyed, and then until we meet again, you know,
We gotta get a catchphrase, man.
what's that? Till we meet
Until we
again.
meet again.
Yeah. All right, we'll think of something. Let's think of something. Maybe we can throw that out there. You know, we need a catchphrase for the Coffee Break Sports Edition. Y'all,
Yeah.
the sports edition of the Coffee Break, and you know, when I say we need a catchphrase, you know, like an ebony and ivory or something, or salt and pepper.
Whatever, man. All right, let's go.
All right, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. We out of here. Hold on, let me do something real quick. And we'll be right on out of here.
Drones, big dog picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone bout to tell.
Back by popular demand, Saturday, December 14th, The King, live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gully captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th, one day, two performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at
This is Kevin Howell, the One-Eyed Scout. Watch the One-Eyed Scout show on TAAN TV. Connect on all social media outlets, including Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.
My name is Jerry Jackson, and you're watching TAAN TV.